Hello, Tigers. My name is Jerry Ledoux III.
And I'm Jamarion Owens.
Today's newscast will look a little different. Not only is it our final newscast of the semester, but it's also the last for our graduating seniors, including Jamarion and myself.
And we're taking a look back at some of KTSU2's best performing stories, from student advocacy to campus updates and civic engagement. Our reporters were on the scene covering the moments that mattered the most to the TSU community. Reporter Aaron Slaughter has our first story.
Thank you, Jamarion. Our top performing story of the semester was a powerful moment of student advocacy. Students spoke up and demanded their voices be heard. I was there to capture the moment. A protest erupted at Texas Southern University as students marched from the yard into Hannah Hall, demanding a seat at the table when important decisions about campus are made by administration.
They felt like they were going to have a graduation that wasn't going to be the image that students necessarily wanted. And to protest that, we just going out saying that we want to be heard.
This year's graduation ceremony will look a little different. Instead of 2 ceremonies, there'll be 1. And students often get 8 tickets for family members, and this year they will only receive 4.
We're not leaving! We're not leaving! We're not leaving!
We all want to be heard, and we all want to make sure that, for graduation, for one of the most anticipated events of our experience here at TSU, that we are heard and that, we matter, and that we're at the core center of all decisions being made. We all want to be heard, and we all want to make sure that, for graduation, for one of the most anticipated events of our experience here at TSU, that we are heard and that, we matter, and that we're at the core center of all decisions being made.
Symptom of what's going on in the whole nation.
We're gonna take no for an answer. No!
When people in power are making decisions, not considering their constituents or the community in which they're leading, what ends up happening and what should happen is what we just did today, was where we demonstrate and make demands.
You're going to get to a place that you're going to feel like you're going to, one, you were heard.
As being a student leader and being somebody who is very strong on advocacy, this is very important to show our Tiger pride. When we don't step in and show the university that, hey, our voices matter and that, hey, we are here, we're present, and decisions need to start reflecting the student needs.
When I was hearing about everything with graduation, I was kind of saddened about it because I have a big family and I have a lot of supporters. So hearing things like we can only have 4 graduation tickets and graduation will be split up, it was just disheartening because TSU, that's not how we do it.
The university issued a statement reassuring students that they are being heard and that they will continue to work with student leaders to find solutions moving forward. I'm Aaron Slaughter with KTSU2 News.
Thanks, Aaron. And as students look toward the future of their campus, the university is looking at how to protect it. I went behind the scenes with the department as they showed us the new equipment being used to keep campus safe.
The usage of drones in law enforcement is just a natural evolution. As technology changes, new tools become available. So this was actually this isn't a when you look at them using a thermal image, the body heat irradiates more white, and so it might have like a pinkish background or orange background, and a person's body heat will show up white in that background. And so I was able to locate people that were where they weren't supposed to be. 150 feet in the air, and from here you can see we can scan pretty much all of the campus. You can see all of our campus buildings. One of the things that I really enjoy using it for is traffic control in big events. So think move-in, like homecoming, for instance. We're able to use the drone to kind of reroute traffic. We're able to see that, hey, this traffic over here is causing a problem. And so we were able to say, let me get more units that way so we can divert traffic a different way.
At Texas Southern University, campus safety is reaching an even higher perspective. TSU PD are using drones to monitor traffic and manage major events such as homecoming. They're also using drones to recover stolen golf carts within the area, even after dark with night vision. This is multimedia journalist Jerry Ledoux with KTSU2 News.
Our next story is with reporter Lauren Smith.
Thanks, Jamarion. While the university stays committed to student safety, students remain committed to civic engagement. I was there to document the moment when students stepped into their roles as voters. Chants echoed across the streets of TSU as students take steps towards civic engagement for voting in the 18th Congressional District. At Texas Southern University, student leaders and organizations are encouraging their peers to use their voices, not just in conversation, but at the polls. The March to the Poll initiative, supported by student organizations and campus leadership, focuses on increasing voter awareness and participation among students.
It's important for TSU students because TSU is in a community that surrounds the campus. We want to make sure that that community is safe, thriving, so that people are not preying on the students here. Third Ward is historic, but at the same time, it's been decades of just charity and not transformation. If we transform the area, people can afford to do that charity for themselves.
For some, voting means pulling up to polling locations. For others, it's about access, awareness, and support along the way. This sign represents more than just a message. It represents a choice. Leaders say voting is one way TSU students can turn options into impact.
The decision could be made by a couple of hundred votes. And so 25, 35 students from the campus of TSU or U of H coming out to vote each day really can make a difference.
As students continue forward, leaders hope the message follows. Stay informed, stay encouraged, and keep moving towards the polls. In Houston, for KTSU2, I'm Lauren Smith.
From important issues such as voting to celebrating Texas history and culture, reporting Kaylin Pickett has the story.
Thank you, Jerry. The rodeo was a huge topic here at the campus and in the community. Here's a look into how I documented the moment. Boots on the ground and history in the air, Black Heritage Day at the Houston Rodeo brings overlooked stories of Black cowboys into the spotlight. Sean Body, chairman of the Black Heritage Committee, shares the deeper purpose of the event.
So that we can explain to people that come out to the rodeo exactly what we do and the importance of African Americans in the Western culture, not just the cowboys, but also the cowgirls.
According to historians, nearly 1 in 4 cowboys in the late 1800s was Black, and Black Heritage Day highlights that history.
We want to educate them on not only the past, but what African Americans are still contributing to the Western culture.
It's very important to know your history, because if you don't learn your history, you're bound to repeat it.
Larry Callis, founder of the Black Cowboy Museum, says the event is an opportunity to recognize Black cowboys like his father.
I'm wanting what my dad did. He was a cowboy all his life. He never did anything else. But I just want what my dad did, not to go and think.
Black cowboys helped develop the history of the American West, and their stories are often gone untold. Events like Black Heritage Day make sure that legacy continues. Reporting from the Rodeo Livestock Grounds, I'm Kaylin Pickett reporting for KTSU2 News.
Thanks, Kaylin. In Texas, history and culture are everything, and so is football. For the first time since 2000, the Tigers are officially back on track. I was on the scene to capture the team's road to a comeback. For the first time since 2000, Texas Southern football is finally back on track, finishing 6-5 and securing its first winning season in over 2 decades. And now, that success is building momentum for what's next. And the Tigers are looking to build on that momentum. Coach Dante Proctor Jr. says the focus is now turning that success into championship aspirations.
Well, it means everything. Well, for me, because I've never been a part of a winning, I've never won a championship besides Little League football when I was 11, 12. So one, it'd be a huge thing for me to be a part of a winning team. And then 2, for Texas Southern, they've never won. So it'd be a huge thing for the school, for the culture, and 1 for the alumni. I think that winning will bring a lot of the fan base here. It'll bring in more money. It'll bring a better culture.
After a winning season, expectations for Texas Southern football are higher. Now the challenge is turning that momentum into consistency. Reporting here at Durley Stadium, Jamarion Owens with KTSU2 News.
And just like that at TSU, our Houston Texans are making an impact in the community. Reporter Sasha Flynn has the story.
Thanks, Jerry. Texas quarterback CJ Stroud is making sure his influence goes beyond the field. I was there to capture how he's making an impact. Houston showed up big. Not for football, but for families across the Houston area. Texas quarterback CJ Stroud, head coach D'Amico Ryans, and their families were out early, helping hand out full holiday meals. They were joined by City Controller Chris Hollins and Houston icon Bun B, leaders who continue to show up when the city needs them most.
We're all coming together, again, just to make sure that no one has to face this holiday season alone.
I know I have it to give, so if you have to give, then I feel like we almost have a moral and a civic duty to give back and sow back into the communities that have sown into us.
And for Ms. Stroud, watching CJ give back is personal. She's seen his heart for people long before the NFL spotlight.
CJ is not just a quarterback on the field, he's a humanitarian at heart. So important for the community to know that they're seen and they're heard and they're loved by him.
Hey everyone, it's CJ Stroud, quarterback of the Houston Texans. I'm trying to be a blessing to people, praying for everybody who came by. Thank you for everybody who did and everybody who's supporting, praying for everybody. God bless you guys, happy holidays.
Hundreds of families left with full meals, but they also left with hope, connection, and a reminder that Houston always shows up for Houston. Reporting from the Houston Texans YMCA, I'm Sasha Flynn.
The TSU community embraces a variety of stories, and jazz is a big part of the culture. Reporter Jordan Mathis explains.
Thanks, Jamarion. Jazz is a vital part of TSU's culture, and a world-class musician brought the Monterey sound directly to TSU. I captured the magic. The Monterey Jazz Festival is back, this time on the TSU campus, featuring saxophonist, educator, and artist in residence, Miguel Zenon.
Well, my goal is just to kind of share a couple of things from my point of view in terms of my experience as a musician, as a saxophonist, as an improviser. It's really hard to tell what kind of impact it's going to have on younger musicians. That stuff is something you can't really plan. All you can do is kind of like try to be transparent and try to put the information as clearly as possible.
The TSU Jazz Band was able to see a glimpse into the future of their music careers through the lens of Miguel Zenon.
These professionals, even though we look at them and we admire them, that they're human beings just like us. They just work really hard and they have goals and put your mind to it, then you can achieve those things.
The masterclass allowed students and instructors to expand their minds and understanding of the true essence of creating music.
Especially when we're in the classroom, we kind of talk a lot about, a lot of the technical things. And then when we bring in a guest artist, a lot of times they'll come from a mentality of like a bigger picture of the music. And so it kind of helps them open their minds to thinking beyond just learning the right notes and playing the song with a good feel and all that kind of stuff, but really trying to express something beyond that.
Every musician or every person, they've had that moment when something has clicked for them and they've been able to gather inspiration for an experience, and you always hope that someone would get inspired or get some kind of positive experience out of the interaction, and I'm just hoping that we can get to that connection through the masterclass.
From this masterclass comes a stronger ensemble and a sound that keeps on evolving. Reporting from the KTSU recording studio on the campus of Texas Southern University, I'm Jordan Mathis, KTSU2 News.
TSU students are about to take traveling to a new level. We do that one again. Just start over whenever you're ready. Okay, 3, 2. TSU students are about to take traveling to a new level. Reporter Janae C. Oliver shows us how.
Thank you, Jerry. TSU students are about to travel worldwide, and I was on the scene to capture the process.
Right? I think there's a reason why they don't want us to go abroad because it actually politicizes.
Here at Texas Southern University, students are taking a first step toward global travel by participating in Campus to Continents, an event focused on access, exposure, and opportunity.
The owner, Miss Calicia, she reached out to me about getting my own passport, and she did explain to me how she wanted the program to grow. More men, specifically, the opportunity to get their passports and travel internationally.
What you need for your passport is your Mr. Jr. Ladrico McCullough, who launched the initiative to create access to global travel specifically for men by covering the cost of the passport process. Thanks to the nonprofit's founder, Calicia Johnson, what started as a personal opportunity for Ladrico has grown into something much larger.
I think it's super important for college students to get their passport. It's really the key to your world.
Organizers say this effort goes beyond getting a passport. They want these young men to expand their perspective.
You can't put a price tag on certain experiences. And so I believe traveling is that, especially for Black Americans, especially for Black American men. The constraints, the box that's put around us and who we can be, how we have to show up in this country. You step outside this country and you can liberate yourself from that.
Beyond access, the event also focused on perspective, highlighting how international travel can reshape identity, culture, and opportunity.
Today has definitely opened my eyes to more cultures. So I'm definitely eager to go out and kind of see what lies out there beyond, America. See what cultures I might actually enjoy and be similar to.
Students here aren't just filling out paperwork, they're taking their first steps to seeing the world. I'm Janacy Oliver, multimedia journalist with KTSU2 News.
A little bit of Hollywood came right here to Houston. Reporter Alana Miller has the story.
Thanks, Jamarion. The Black Film Festival is putting our creatives in the spotlight. All weekend long, creators, filmmakers, and film lovers came together for the Black Cinema Club Houston, Texas Film Festival, showcasing stories and knowledge that reflect the depth, diversity, and cultural significance of Black storytelling.
So coming to events like this and being in Houston is the easiest way for you to figure out where you go next, what you're doing, charting your career, and figuring out what your goals are.
If you're getting this information straight from the ones that have made it through, and this is our way of giving back and helping the next generation.
Students say what they appreciated most about the festival.
And I feel like events like this brings us all together. You know what I'm saying? In a way that's like, oh, and so then we can connect, and that can only help everybody.
It's not a lot of stuff like it around, and it's just a positive message for anybody.
Not only get our stories out there, but just be able to flourish in a workspace and field that wasn't created for us per se.
From the outfits and the energy to the conversations and opportunities, it is clear this festival is more than just film.
The mission of the Black Cinema Club HTX is to empower as many Black filmmakers and Black content creators in Houston, Texas as possible. So that's through education, through community, through infrastructure, giving money directly to filmmakers to have as many Black filmmakers as possible in this city.
Highlighting the power of Black cinema, I am Alana Miller, KTSU2 News.
Black history is everywhere at TSU. KTSU2's reporter Kennedy Bonds has the story.
Thank you, Jerry. There's something to learn every day at Texas Southern University. I capture what makes this campus special. Deep-rooted history shapes the campus of Texas Southern University. Bold murals, vibrant art exhibits, and photographs celebrate Black history, culture, and moments of pride.
Being Black at a HBCU for me is like a celebration. I get to celebrate not only my accomplishments, but the fact that my ancestors fought for my right to even be here.
For many students at Texas Southern University, attending an HBCU is about more than earning a degree. It's about history, identity, belonging, and opportunity, all experienced in a space where legacy lives on.
It means something to me because it represents unity. Especially being from the West Coast, there's not a lot of unified Black culture. So I feel like when it's Black History Month at HBCU, it's like when we all come together and it's unity.
While students describe being Black at an HBCU as learning in a space where shared culture is understood, the campus's art tells the stories of Black history and ancestors, keeping them alive while visually inspiring students and their futures.
It's so prevalent that we tell our own stories because We have people in the administration that is currently actively trying to tell our own stories and erase our stories.
Through the campus's storytelling visuals, students see their history honored, their ancestors remembered, and are inspired to carry the legacy forward into their own futures, ensuring that Black voices and experiences are never erased.
This is Kennedy Bonds reporting with KTSU2 News. Happy Black History Month.
Industry giants, ooh. I was too ready. All right. Industry giants gave our students insight on what it takes to succeed in the business today. Reporter Caleb Thomas has the story.
Thanks, Jamarion. The media industry is changing, and ABC 13 executives told us exactly how to get ready. ABC 13 paid the SOC a visit during Comm Week to establish connections with students and to provide the next steps into their careers.
And so we want to make sure that we stay connected with those students and make them aware of all of the opportunities that are available and to give them a little help answering questions or what is their next step once they get out of college.
We're looking for really people that are passionate about being storytellers, journalists, that really want to share the stories that are in their community, folks who really are open to how to tell those stories in a way that are as engaging as possible.
We also know there are still a lot of students that are very much interested in being attached to the community and the news in a way that only the broadcast side can do.
We think that there's just phenomenal folks at this school that are doing great work and they have really, really bright futures.
ABC 13 tells TSU students to start investing in themselves professionally and to pursue opportunities now.
Take that first opportunity given, get in there, and prove yourself.
We're looking for folks who have a strong understanding of the community that they serve, the neighborhood that they're in. They're in Houston. They are at an HBCU. We want to make sure that we connect with students who have a strong understanding of that.
It's a wonderful career. The toughest part is getting that first job out. So don't give up. Don't give up.
You have so much to offer, so much to give, and don't be afraid to see that and recognize that in everything that you do going forward.
Organizations like ABC 13 help students go from graduates to professionals. Caleb Thomas, KTSU2 News.
The advice we received from ABC 13 wasn't just for the classroom. It was for the world that waits for us beyond the Tiger Walk. I'm Jerry Ledoux III, and as we prepare to walk across the stage, our storytelling doesn't stop. It just moves to a bigger stage.
That's right, Jerry. We aren't just graduating. We are stepping into our next chapter. I'm Jamarion Owens, in behalf of the entire production team and us graduating seniors. Thank you for tuning in to our last newscast of the semester. And don't forget,
Go Tigers!